We're on board the Yankee Cap. I'm with Brian Morey, Chris Doyle. We're in the middle of the Gulf and have just had the most incredible experience on this boat. Stick around, you're gonna love it. Here we go again, baby! Yankee Cap 2026. This is just one of those trips that I look forward to every year, and this year was actually an exception because I was just so pumped and so excited to get on the water. I needed that salt air running through my respiratory system. I needed my hands covered in fish slime. I needed some time to just kick it with the boys on the water.
What's up, Team Johnny Jigs viewers? Chris Doyle here, and we're gonna break down and take you on the adventure of our Yankee Capts 2026 private charter.
So the importance of a private charter versus an open party trip, in my book, it's got its pros and cons. For many years, I booked these trips. I didn't know who was on it. I'd show up by myself and just go fishing. A lot of times I left with some new set of bros, as well as guys that I can call up on future trips and be like, hey bro, I'm on this one, you wanna jump on? We're a small community, us fishermen. We've got this tight-knit group of guys that love fishing offshore. And as you start to know one guy, you meet the next guy, the next guy, the next thing you know everybody in this industry, or you know somebody who knows them.
We were very excited about this particular charter happening this year in June. Since Johnny Jigs was founded in 2017, every single one of our trips on this boat have been filmed and are on this channel. But if you dig back through our video archives, what you're gonna find in 23 and 24 and 2022, you're gonna see a lot of deep water jigging. At Johnny Jigs, we're pretty obsessed with the mysteries of the deep and consider it the final frontier. But when we started planning this Yankee Capts private charter for this year, we had the overwhelming thought to get back to our roots and do a style of trip that Captain Greg would call halfway ledge or pulley light. What that means is we're gonna stay on top of the ledge of the continental shelf in around 250 feet of water and fill the boxes with red grouper and mutton snapper and have a hope for all the other cool things that can happen in that shallower depth area. I am always excited to go out and fish on the Yankee Cap. It's got an excellent captain and a very competent crew, and I can just enjoy being a lot more hands-off. All I have to worry about is having my gear rigged up and think about executing how I'm gonna fish.
This is where the hard work comes in because it's summertime here in Key West, and let me tell you something, it is incredibly hot. Let's go dump some ice. All right. So you really want your food up top and the ice on the bottom, because otherwise everything that's on the bottom is gonna get soggy and turn into a sloshy mess. Generally like to cook dinner for everybody at least one night. You know, it is a Johnny Jigs charter and we like to do something nice for the guys, and a lot of these guys have traveled from all over the United States to be here. So it's gonna be a fun trip, and I am so pumped.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase then. So he said we should be stopping at about 6 a.m. and we'll be in about 2:20. What we want to focus on is the jigging rotations. On the stern, this boat will drift either way. We could have lines to starboard, we could have lines to port, so we'll figure that out when we settle into the drift. Jigs are gonna be tossed downwind, but they're gonna end up upwind. The gift pool is a rod. Rod for the biggest grouper, rod for the biggest snapper. Doesn't matter if it was caught on bait or jig. We plan to catch bigger grouper and snapper than you fishing bait anyway.
We have a box of our flatty jigs, which have been proven to be very effective at the depths that we're fishing out here. And Chris is gonna pass those out for you guys.
Yeah, there's a couple dozen 250-gram flatties, watermelon and red gold. Everyone gets one. They're unrigged, so you don't have any hooks.
This part with no tuna.
Yeah, we'll get this.
I know, but I just need this one right here. Yeah, that's the one.
I can promise you this jig is very effective.
Wait, are these all guavas?
No.
Oh no, that's the one. That is gonna catch the winning fish.
So I did secure some fan food hooks for everybody.
Oh, perfect.
So
That's right.
that's gonna be a little kit for everybody. So I'm just gonna pass
That's
them
why the
out.
jigs were unrigged.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
You win, man. You win.
Heck yeah. I won't resell this or anything.
You're already on eBay.
Dude, that was awesome.
Wow, that's fancy.
Take notes, guys. You're gonna see a Johnny Jigs version of this next week.
Shut up. So this is pretty cool. So Van Fook put a little sponsorship in on our trip. So that's the Van Fook spear, and actually you'll see me tying with a lot of these hooks on. I'm mostly fishing these on this trip, and then as well as the 4X split ring, which is pretty much perfect what you need out here. And then they gave us this beautiful box. It's like almost like a jewelry box, right? Like you open this thing up. We like organization, us fishermen, so this makes me very happy. Thank you, Van Fook. So we got word that we're gonna start in like 250. So I'm gonna go with the Flatty, 250, gold red, beautiful jig. We're in an area that's like heavy with red grouper, chance of a black grouper even. So I've had a lot of success with the red and gold. And because we're gonna be in about 250 feet, I'll kick it off with 250 gram, see if this thing gets bit. I just get it rigged and then I'll put it in my box. I know this is my first one, I'll just leave it, setting it here. This box is pretty sweet. We don't sell it, but it's a Yeti box. My buddy Chad turned me on to it. I've got my reels stored in there. I've got a lot of stuff in this little tight space. I'm excited. I'm gonna get some sleep because it's gonna be a long few days here. It's gonna be hot, and the more that you could rest, the time that you have to rest, it's a good idea to do that.
Complete bull. You don't know what he's talking about. This is my bucket. It's completely homemade. Start at the bottom. That's some weights I have. Different weights, different sizes, and they're little tubes. I put this little custom piece on top. And then I have two different baskets. What happens is, as I use jigs, I have jigs ready to go in this side, and then I'll take the hooks off and put them in this side. And at the end of the trip, I can just rinse them off in this, dry them, put them away before we get to the dock. We don't sell this either, but you guys can figure it out.
After coming out here and fishing with Greg on the Yankee Cap for couple decades now, keep coming back for this one time. Everybody on the boat is catching fish. You know, we started our morning out just incredible, and so Brian said he didn't believe that you could catch a big mutton snapper on a jig.
I said not until I do it. I don't care how many people do it around me. Oh yeah.
Now do you believe, Ryan?
That is epic, epic, epic. That is my first decent mutton on a jig. Never gotten a real nice one on a jig, so that's awesome. Stoked. I think there's a couple more fish down there. I think Johnny and I are going to get back to fishing.
Yeah.
That is one of the best eating fish in the ocean. One of my favorites to eat. Oof.
Pretty work, guys.
Thank you. What is that? How is he hooked? Because he's coming up funny, man. Grouper. Grouper. That is how we start the morning.
Oh, I gotta get there.
Is that a scamp? That is a scamp. I don't want to hand line this because I've only got 30-pound test.
Ooh, I'm hooked up to something nice.
There we
Ripping
go.
some drag, shaking its head.
Right here.
This is sick.
Nice scamp to start the morning. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I told you, man, the Flatty is a scamp killer.
Dude. All right, Ryan, what do you got, bro?
Mine's ripping some good drag. Ripping some good drag. I might have TV drag. Who knows?
Well, don't do that.
Off, are you?
No.
No. That's fucked.
Dang it, Ryan. The colors are a little different on this guy, but oh, Ryan's back on. Came back for it.
I don't know if it's the same fish. I would doubtful.
Dude, incredible morning. Just one of the most delicious fish you can eat.
I'm jealous of that, Johnny.
So delicious.
I love it.
Deep color. I'm fishing the same style jig, just a little bit different color. Get it, baby. There you go. Yeah. Whoa, he's digging. He's digging. Yeah. Golly. He's an angry fish. Whoa. I got some hard drag on there. This guy pulled a lot more drag than the last two fish. Curious to see what he looks like. Look at that mutton, man. I know, Sandy, baby. I know. I know, my love. I'm just as excited as you are. What? Me and you are just as excited together. I feel you, girl. I'm right there with you. I feel this. She and I, we are one. What a morning, Dad. There we go. That's it. Okay. Come on, Ryan.
Shoo! Shoo! On the Temple Reef. Oh, man. Woo!
are you doing, Ryan?
We're just reeling in some
What are you
fish,
doing,
brother.
bro? This is ridiculous.
We're reeling in some fish.
Come on, put those fins up.
Remember the secret? You slap them in the face a little bit.
Take that.
Pop right up.
There we go.
Wow. Epic.
Epic, dude.
Hey, boy.
What do you got? Yes.
Oh, another one.
So this is a jig that I rigged up last night, the 250 gram flatty, gold and red, but it's got glow in it as well. So as you know, the sun was coming up, it was definitely giving a little glow down there. A few hooks that I tied myself, but everybody is catching fish.
This is like the size, like basically 150 to 250 is your money size for just if you can only grab a couple jigs, that's what you're grabbing.
That was an incredible daybreak mutton bite. That was probably the best.
Fish on.
Bob's on. Best I've ever seen. Still seeing. I did get a big fat slop fire truck though to start the day. Day one of the Yankee Cap, and this is how I started my day. Let's go. Got a feeling it's gonna be an amazing trip, so stick around, tune in, buckle your seatbelts. Let's jig.
Sure that you want to go up there?
Where did you go? What was
Slapped out, got the shoe.
As soon as your jig hit the bottom, you were tight. And it wasn't me, it was everybody that was fishing jigs. It was the hottest mutton bite I've ever seen, and guess what they wanted? They wanted jigs. The deck was covered in them. They were everywhere. They were just, the back was covered, the side rails were covered, the bow was covered. It was probably one of the funnest bites I've ever experienced and the hottest mutton bite that I've ever seen.
I'm hooked too, hang on.
Jeez.
We doubled? We're doubled.
Looks like a black drum.
We are hooked up big time, boys and girls. Big hookup on the bottom. Got away from the tangle. Still big freaking head shakes. Real big head shakes. I don't know what this could be. I think it's gonna be some grouper species. It definitely is not fighting all those mutton snapper from earlier. Could be something foul hooked funny, but feels real heavy. Oh, tangled, got some color here. Let's go.
Look at those guys.
Buddy's got all sorts of stuff in his belly.
He looks like Marty Feldman with those
Woo! Look at that. I'm stoked on the jig. Freaking fire truck of a red grouper. This could be my biggest of all time. This is a beautiful red. Freaking stoked, dude. We got him on the Temple Reef rod. The Johnny Jigs UFO with the BKK assist hooks. What a cool fish. Hammered the jig, and they're delicious. Even better than the mutton snapper. Grouper have those big, heavy flakes, man. Gorgeous. You can see his eyes popping out. They don't normally look like that on the bottom. They only look like that because of the barotrauma, because of the pressure change. But woo-wee! That's sick, dude.
Whoa, Ryan.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
That's why we came out here.
Dude.
So things that a lot of anglers don't realize about long range trips before you go on it, because you watch the videos of, you know, Florida Sport Fishing TV has been out there, the Gale Force Twins have been out there, Ryan Morey, our videos, and all you're seeing is the action, right? So you're seeing fish after fish after fish. What you don't realize is that never are you going to experience 3 days in a row to where the bite never shuts down and you've got so much darn fish that you have to come back in early. Listen, I'm not saying it can't happen, and it has happened. However, set the expectations right. There's hot bites during the day, there's hot bites during the night, and it's about being at that rail at that time and capitalizing on the moment, because there's gonna be gaps in between where it's slow.
We love jigging. Here at Johnny Jigs, we almost jig to a fault, meaning historically, we just don't go over to the bait side. I mean, I'm not gonna mention any names, but there was someone that did full-on convert to the bait side of things and switch to dropping down some baits.
I switched the bait. And it was totally worth it.
You got a big cord on here or something?
Right there.
So it kind of brought me back to like my old days of fishing with my Uncle Stevie. And so I brought fresh goggle eye. I'm talking about these things were flopping on the deck before I picked them up and were put into a bag. I could hear my Uncle Stevie in my head. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of bait pointers. It took me a second to kind of get in the groove of things. Number one, check your weight, see what the other guys are using. Make sure you're using the right lead, right? You wanna have the right weight on or you're gonna tangle guys up. The next thing is the muttons. You get this little thump, 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 thump. Your adrenaline gets going so high because you feel that thump, thump, and you just want to reel so bad, but you gotta wait. And then when they've got it, even when they have it, because we are fishing circle hooks, there's no setting on the fish, and you get that run. It's undeniable. And you go 1, 2, 3, then you put it in gear, and all you do is reel. That's it. There's no setting with the circle hooks. A lot of times it ends up in the corner of their mouth. And man, I had just a blast. When it slowed down on the jig bite, I switched over to those goggle eyes. I put a mutton snapper on the boat. I put another mutton snapper on the boat. And it was just an absolute blast with the dragon scale rod. So now listen, a longer rod is gonna be more ideal, like an 8-foot rod for bait fishing out there. You can get out away from everybody. You can get it under the hole if the fish goes down there. However, I didn't have one. I've been jigging for the past 10 years of my life. So I just got an all-purpose boat rod, which was our dragon scale. I could put a jig on that. I could fish bait on that. I could troll on it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring it. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time fishing bait. However, it's gonna get the job done, and it did.
I'm not sure. Man.
Delicious. That thing will bite right through a beer can. You don't want to stick your finger near those choppers.
But what I noticed was I had pretty good success on red grouper.
It was on a relic, an old orange flatty. These red groupers seem to like that, so I think we might have to bring the old orange flatty back. This is what we came out here to do, man. Big fat red grouper and mutton snapper. That's what this trip was all about.
I actually noticed that fishing my jig, staying tight to the bottom, using jigs that were on the higher flutter side of the spectrum, really paying attention when my jig came back from being lobbed out and I was in that true vertical zone to really impart a nice action and give that jig a lot of movement.
We love it when young viewers reach out and comment, enjoy our jigging adventures. For that, Beckett Griffin, this fish is for you.
You bastard.
All right. How about that slob red grouper fire truck? And a kudos to you, Mr. Beckett Griffin, for giving me good karma on that drop. This red grouper is size large, and when a red grouper like this hits you, you experience a run. There was 3 or 4, short 30-foot runs on this guy. That means he's darting the bottom, he's peeling line off my reel. It's a ferocious thump, and then you got line peel to deal with. But if you weather those initial runs and get them up, you got a very good chance to float him on the surface. But red groupers are tons of fun to catch. Hard fighting grouper, an excellent table fare.
I saw a lot of consistency with grouper in my particular bag. Wasn't the same for everybody, but there were quite a few incredible grouper that showed up for some lucky folks.
Man, there was a running joke on the boat because I let the guys know that I've never caught a black grouper on the jig. The Watermelon Flatty was the jig. That's what they wanted. You can't help but think about that jig. What is that jig doing in the water? And why are the black grouper eating it? The only thing I can tell you is that I know how the jig moves, almost like flicking a penny into a wishing well, and it's got a lot of sound to it. It's very long, as well as it's got a ton of hang time. I would almost dare to say it annoys the fish so much that they can't help but eat it.
I had a whole mess of Power 3 jigging rods. I had a Trinity, I had a Pro Jigger, all geared up, ready to go on reels. The first rod that I chose to use was the only rod that I jigged with for the entirety of the 2 days of fishing. That was my Pro Jigger Power 2. Really my favorite rod to just bring a jig to life with on a little Saltica 15.
Can you loosen up? I'm on a good fish.
Doubles on the jig. Me and Bob catching them at sunset. That was sick.
That was awesome. You went on there. That went right on there. I gotta say, I got.
No, you got the bigger fish. I admit. Oh, we got more hookups behind us.
Right behind us.
Time to get
Thank
back
you.
to
Here we
fishing.
go. Back to work.
Look at him. Ooh. Sorry, buddy. You're going straight in the air fryer.
I like the old snook vibe to him right there with that big humpback. New species on the day. I think there's been a couple of these caught.
Flips.
There's a size large margate right there. Beautiful fish, and they love the jig too. Ultra flutter, 220 chartreuse for the win.
Look at that. Come on, the Johnny Jigs Yankee Cap trip. We're gonna feed you.
Gourmet.
So we're on day 2 of the Yankee Cap trip. We're probably gonna move in, see if we can't get on some American red snappers.
The sea anchor's out. The wind is like 8 to 10 knots, but it's enough to really give us like kind of a perfect drift, which also means it takes 15-20 minutes for them to pull the drogue up and remove the boat. So
let's talk to somebody in charge.
and you heard that.
Somebody
So
in charge of wink. Winky winky.
we're gonna scheme on the game plan for the rest of the day right now.
Captain just hollered out and said, let's talk to somebody in charge, and
Butters is
Chris
on his way.
Butter,
The big boss is awake.
Butter. We'll see you later, Butters. So we go, guys. Beautiful mutton snapper to start my morning out. These guys fight just so hard, man. You'll just be like amazed at how much they dig and how far they dig up and down. So super happy to have this guy. So if you're a first time angler and you're going offshore, the best advice that I could possibly ever give you is that number 1, don't go on this boat and say, I know everything. And the second is, let the mates help you. They're gonna guide you in the right direction to help you catch fish. Be open-minded to try a few different things. And this is coming from a guy who was there in the beginning of jigging in South Florida, and it was very difficult because a lot of the mates and captains wanted to tell me that's not gonna work out here. And I understand that mentality completely. However, when it comes to the bait fishing and the jigging, those guys can definitely help you. They can guide you in the right direction and get you set to where you're catching fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish, right?
Big grouper guy.
Man, these guys dig. I locked my drag down because I just lost a fish that was pretty substantial, but what a beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Holy smokes.
That was 100 plus. It's over 200.
Greg, should I try to hit the swim button?
Man, this fish is incredibly strong. So this is the Dragon Scale all-purpose rod. So really you could put jigs down on this, you could bait fish with it. It's just kind of a really multi-purpose deal, and it's a strong rod, so you can fight big fish and be confident. And this one is definitely a big fish.
Cranking on him.
Color? Deep color.
Deep color's gone, deep color's gone. Oh, come on. Oh, John,
Where's
there
two?
lies.
Oh, that's a stud, man.
Oh yeah.
I think this could potentially be the biggest mutton snapper of the trip.
It's the biggest until I get this one in,
No,
John.
you stop it, Ryan Morey. You stop. Don't listen to the guy behind me.
And I lost it after I told you that.
God. So the guys back here were just absolutely killing it on the bait. So I switched up from the jig and produced this beautiful, beautiful mutton snapper, man.
Big fish. Dragon scale, baby. That is a red grouper I just powerhoused up on the medium heavy dragon scale spinning rod. I didn't say much during the fight, but you'll see that rod get its bendo and do the job on this beautiful red grouper. We moved into 200 feet, and first thing I noticed, this is a little bit more of a brown and lighter colored red grouper. He's really pretty. I don't know if that's common for bumping in a little bit or on these grounds, but I'm sweating like a stuck pig and still not done yet, so I want to do some more fishing, and I'm going to keep using this dragon scale because it just produced.
What an incredible experience, and I highly recommend the Yankee Cap to anybody that wants to go out there. Don't wait. It's a trip of a lifetime. Make your way to Stock Island and get out on the boat and fish for 3 days. I promise you, you're gonna come home so satisfied and so fulfilled and ready for life again. All right, guys, first up, biggest grouper. Who thinks they have the biggest grouper? All right, holy smokes. Is there even a question? So we've got
Hold up the twins.
Chris Senior's black grouper. Nobody's gonna weigh against them in here. This is Chris Jr. up here representing his dad who needs a little break. However, there has been, I believe, five black groupers caught on this trip. This one being the biggest one.
Undisputed heavyweight champion.
So for this, you're gonna win a Temple Reef Innovate 8.0, which is perfect for jigging on one of these long range trips. Look. All right, biggest snapper, fellas.
If you think you have a big snapper, pull it out.
I'm going first.
Do you have a bigger snapper than John?
Oh, here we go.
You gotta hang that in.
All right, we got.
Oh, we got a contender.
There we go.
We got a contender.
All right, let's see what
Richie's
we got
giving it
here.
a go.
Here we go.
Thanks for playing, Rich.
Thanks for playing.
Try.
Try again next year.
That was a cute snapper,
I ain't
Rich.
coming at you. I ain't coming at you hard and heavy.
Oh, I think we got a contender, Will and G.
That one might.
Willing,
That might give him.
Willing coming
money.
in.
Just what he needs, his
Oh,
17th
man.
Innovate rod.
I can't get that in there. There we go. All right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What do we got here?
Oh!
Oh!
I've always wanted to innovate.
Better check this one for lead.
Anybody else?
Is this a walleye
Wait,
tournament?
there go Ryan behind.
Another one behind your shoulder, John.
Ryan.
Here, Will.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he used tungsten in there.
Ryan.
That walleye
Oh.
tournament. Ryan, don't do it.
Ryan Morey coming in.
I gotta try, right?
Don't
Ryan.
do it, man. No harm in trying. It's only gonna end up well for you.
Ryan Moore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You hooked, baby.
Ryan always knew mine was bigger. All right.
Quantity.
I don't think you even own one of these, so
I
congratulations.
do. But here's the deal. I think I'm gonna give this away. And for a reason, because this guy's been on all of our trips and been hanging with us from day one. So I gotta give this away to my buddy. Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
You could probably sell that on the marketplace and get the real you want, or something. Whatever you want to do, bro. Whatever you want to
like,
do. Congratulations. So for the pool, yours truly got the biggest snapper on a goggle eye. So Sword sent me this 7-inch flexi. And I have cut with these guys in the past, and I'm pretty stoked to have a new one. Is this gun grip handle, which is just, it doesn't slip, feels so good in your hands. And I'm gonna be cutting up this big mutton snapper. I always like the head facing that way when I start out, and I give it a good feel just to kind of see where, you know, a lot of the skull of the fish starts and the meat begins as well. And then I'll start at an angle so you're getting behind the scales, right? Because the scales run that way. So if you can get behind them, it's a lot easier. Oh, that's sharp. That's sharp. And then I just do a nice kind of soft incision right into the head. And then I turn, once I get to that corner, I turn my blade and just do a very subtle incision right along the fins across the top. And at some point in time, they'll just kind of start sliding and gliding along the fish. These scales that get stuck in the blade will actually mess you up from going the opposite way, so it's good to clean them out before you turn your knife around. Just a nice gentle slide, so I'm staying right on top of the bones. And this is a big fish, so it's going to take a couple deals until I get to the spine of the fish, and then I'll get my thumb underneath it like so. I'll turn it around and go the other way. It's got a nice sharp point on it, so once I get over the spine, I like to kind of angle my blade just a little bit, and then I'll go through the tail, so I've got a little more room to work with here. And then I go back up the other side of the spine, staying nice and tight. And there are some pin bones like right up in there, and once you get through those, it's pretty darn easy to get the rest of the fish filleted. There we go, right through the pin bones there, and then down the other side of the fish. That's a beautiful mutton snapper fillet. These things are absolutely delicious. And I'm gonna turn this fish over, so I still keep the head facing the same way because it's easier for me to cut into the fish. I start from the top and then work my way down. Then I'll turn the fish around, get my blade in there, and just follow right along the fin of the fish, and then I'll roll back the other way, just like so. Pull the scales off that are stuck on the blade. Sometimes they get on there pretty good. And now I could do kind of the same idea, just the opposite way. I'm just running my blade along the skeleton of the fish. Give it a little bit of lift, and then back until I hit the spinal cord right down the middle, and then I'll turn my blade down, cut through the tail, back up the other way, get through the pin bones of the fish, and then you just got to get over the rib cage. And now it'll actually roll off just nice and easily over top of the rib cage of the fish. This is a big fish. A lot of meat on this fish. A lot of meat on this fish. So I really don't like it whenever I slice through the meat like that. It's not the best cut whenever you do that. However, it's a decent cut on the fish. There's not much left on there. So just a huge thank you to the Yankee Cap for putting us on one of the best trips I've been on. Guys, go to the link below. It'll take you right to the Yankee Cap website. Go ahead and get it checked off because they take you out to some of the most beautiful, incredible fisheries in the world. And you're able to catch mutton snapper just like this. And also, big thank you to Sword for providing me with the knife that enables me to cut this fish up today. And most importantly, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check us out on Instagram as well as Facebook. And most importantly, jig on.
So tired and I'm hot. This has been awesome. Definitely want to shower or poop. And like stuff like that's going through my head.